Kissing up to the court.
I lie down in my bed in deep concern because I fell at the bottom of the pool the other day. It almost seemed like something like this happened to Haru. I remember once, back in high school. I don't have the same strength I've had for a while. I kept pondering what I should do to get back up again and get into the pool again. Cole, you've been in the bed for a while. I made some okayu to cheer you up. I don't normally see Hana-chan cook that much for me. And I looked at the okayu. It had a silly face. She tried to do the one I think that was from that movie I remember I watched when I was younger. So I ate it. It was delicious. I was still feeling almost sick. Ko, I know you've been upset about the fall. I have a training activity I arranged with Asahi's good friend, Kisumi. Kisumi's my childhood friend, too. He was my brother and Sosuke's best friend. I remember when my brother and Sosuke brought him home the first time. He was incredibly excited to meet me. And he handed me one of his basketballs. And we played catch with it. Even though he was never a swimmer, he has always been such a good friend. I wasn't a swimmer right away, but part of me felt like I could relate to him back when I wasn't a swimmer. One thing I struggled to connect with him is to play basketball. I tried to play it with him and Rin and even Sosuke, but I always dribbled it the wrong way and tripped and fell in my own shoes. I was such a little girl when I played it, but maybe now that I'm a little stronger, I can handle it a little better. Hana-chan explained that we will meet at the basketball court for our dryland training. She arranged it with Kisumi. Of course, her boyfriend Asahi will be there too. I felt bad to not have Seimaru there. So we've decided to have teams with us and the Hidaka students. And Hana-chan already made the arrangements of which Hidaka students we will be in teams with. So there'll be 2 teams, Team A, consisting of Hana-chan, her boyfriend Asahi, Kisumi, Zia, Hibiki, and Nagisa. Team B was my team. It was consisting of my boyfriend, Makoto, Isuzu, Satomi, and Tomo. I don't have my practice uniform yet for the game. I won't get it until I arrive. I know Makoto told me he used to play basketball back when he was in middle school.
Koto even told me that once Kisumi tried to convince him to join the basketball club. Well, he ended up choosing swimming instead, obviously. I was sad during middle school. I didn't get to see Kisumi. He wasn't there with Sosuke and I, even though So was there for me. He seemed to get absorbed in his own business back then. At times that he often left me alone. Why finding Hana-chan was such an important deal back then, to find a friend. But those are just fragments and snippets of what happened. The whole story is certainly for another day. I would make Makoto our captain of our basketball practice team. I'm curious if the others on the team have even played basketball before. I texted the others that I was going to meet them up at the basketball court. The one that Kisumi picked is not the one at the Hidaka University. It was an outdoor one in a local park. I double-checked for the weather on the occasion. And luckily it wasn't too hot today, as Japan, gets quite hot. Especially in August. It gets about 79, if not 80 or more degrees. Also, it gets that hot, if not more hot, in the winter even. As soon as I packed up my bag, I was ready to go. It was a bit of a distance of a walk, but luckily it didn't take me too long to get there. "I've arrived, team!" I exclaimed. I was still a little down in the dumps, but confident because this was something different, even if it wasn't my strong suit. I will play my very best. "Go-chan! I have an idea for our first move. I also might teach you girls anything you want to know," Makoto said. We all nodded in agreement. "I always wanted to play basketball with Kisumi," Isuzu said. "I just dribble balls with my brother when I was little. It would be nice to learn the fundamentals and the rules how to play," Isuzu said. "Satami, you played before?" I asked her. She told me she did play back in middle school, but not with Kisumi, but with the girls. But only played with each other. She liked that we finally got to play with Kisumi. I just hope Kisumi doesn't challenge me too much, like he used to with my brother and so. "What about you, Tomo? Are you ready too?" Tomo said that she was ready. She also hasn't played at all either. I know. She's a fab swimmer. She went to Iwatobi High like me. I'm surprised she never talked to Hana-chan and I back then. I would have loved to know more about her swimming background. "Alright, it's time to hit the court." I did play well on the hoops game in the arcade. Let's see how I do. "Alright, ladies, let's go. Get out there on the court. Kisumi's team is on their way." Kisumi huddled with Hana-chan, Asahi, Hibiki, Nagisa, and Zia. Their exact strategy. The game begun. Kisumi decided to play a game for 4 quarters, lasting 12 minutes each, a normal length for a basketball game. Kisumi's team went first. With powerful dribbles, I was determined to reach the first basket myself. I felt like I had to rapidly dodge. Nagisa ran so fast all the time to get to that basket. Then Hibiki served as Kisumi's team defender and cut me off from scoring. I tossed the ball to Makoto and he caught it. He immediately shot the basket and scored the first couple of points for us, Team B. Satami also seemed to score a few other baskets. Tomo also scored a few more points for us while serving as defender. Also, I decided to score a point by hitting the backboard and scoring by hitting the backboard. That added a few more points to our team. We did fantastic on the first quarter of the game. But as the game progressed, those final seconds, Isuzu sprinted and threw the ball, and Makoto, as he was wide open, almost had our team won. But then we ended up tying. But before the buzzer went off, Zia snatched the ball and scored the last point, giving the victory to Kisumi's team. It really was a good game. I wasn't expecting us to win, but I still had a lot of fun in the end. Mako dear, you were fabulous on the court. Thank you for helping us score. He blushed and smiled widely at me. Satami, you ran so smoothly. She thanked me. She had so much excitement from playing. Go! You might have fouled that one time, but I could tell how much stronger you've gotten the last time we raced. Last time we raced, Isuzu said. And Zia too. Tomo, you were great defending too. She smiled for that compliment. Go. I just wanted to say thank you for not only a good game, you were a great player for a beginner too. Go, if you mind if I watch you swim practice today too? It was so nice of Hana-chan to have me be a part of your training in this way, Kisumi said to me. I said, sure, Kisumi. Well, you can watch with my boyfriend. Makoto agreed to join Kisumi, as they are good friends. Say, Makoto, are we going to your work pool? Makoto said no. We actually are going to use a completely different aquatic center today. I added. With Kisumi, it was uptown. Somewhere, when looking on the map on my phone, it seemed like it was harder for me to just simply walk there. So I asked, Kisumi, you might have to give Makoto and I a lift in your car. Could you please do that for us? Kisumi agreed to help us. Seriously, I don't know what to do without Kisumi. He's been a very good help and very kind at transporting Makoto and I never forgot that crazy first day that Mako and I had. And our first year anniversary is coming up. It's so hard to believe. When I look back on it, it was a really good first year of college. With everyone. Including Makoto. I'm just so thankful for him as a partner. My teammates and I arrived at the Uptown Aquatic Center, thanks to Kisumi's help. Kisumi and Makoto sat on the bleachers. The Hidaka swimmers joined us from the basketball game, decided to practice with us. What a day, my lovely Chi. We get to play b-ball and now we get to swim together, Asahi said happily. Hana-chan smiled and blushed at her boyfriend. I think it's sweet that they got to practice together as a couple today. It's hard to believe that Hana-chan even stayed with him as long as she did. Even with his wackiness and impulsiveness. He wants to practice with me on my lane, Isuzu. Isuzu decided to join with me. Go, I know you're swimming free more, so maybe I could check up on your progress, Isuzu said. I thanked her and appreciated it. Zia practiced with Satan. They both were doing backstroke. Sei was still absent, so Hibiki and Tomo just practiced breaststroke together. Then more swimmers arrived to use the pool, including a guy from Shimogami with dyed blonde, spiky hair, and dark blue eyes. Shina, what are you doing here? He said to Asahi.
No, it's the Archerfish of Naruto! What do you want this time? Ugh.